Hello and welcome. I am going to record my attempt at the round 5, the qualifying round of the FMWC Brazil competition. The first time I've tried to do one of these live. But I think I've got the hang of esports in Portuguese now. The usual caveats for a live attempt, even though I'm not eligible to take part in this competition and don't speak Portuguese, I still have a competitive streak that I can't suppress. So since I'm competing live, I reserve the right to use my full screen rather than, avoiding working behind my face and such like. So it might make what I'm doing a little harder to follow at times, but well, if you don't want it, don't watch this video. Okay. I noticed there are 10 questions in total, which suggests they're going to be quite short, which I like. I like short questions, although it does mean I'll have to read a lot of different instructions, which might be challenging for me, but never mind. Okay, so here's the file. Let's open up and get going. Oh, and I should start my timer, which I forgot to do. All right. All right, so let's just start by translate all of that. Character Nico is, oh yeah, so this is like in the style of number one fan. I think that the 10 short questions is similar to the qualifier round for the open MEWC. So fine. All right, so this I think is just general instructions. 10,000 points between 5 sessions and 5 bonus. Okay, cool. So that's just general. Moving on. So these are in a funny order, but okay. Let's just do the main levels first. For this level, you have to consult N1 blocker. So yeah, I remember this. Fine. What's the question? We have two blocks of apartments, A and B, which have columns of apartments final 1 to 7. Yes, that rings a bell. So yes, the floors of block A are represented by letters. Yes, A to J, and the floors of block B are represented by numbers. Yes. We have a number, right? So there's a delivery number in each one of these. Fine. Each avaliar algunos criterios. For this question, precisaremos, I don't know, avaliar, I don't know, algunos criterios, some criteria written below. Okay. So, what are we saying here? So in final 7 in block A, limit of 41. What? Oh, I think I get it. I think I get what it's asking. So, we could be looking at columns or rows. Okay, good to know. So I think it's saying that you're doing something with the mail in here. There's a limit of 41, and we're saying how many are over the limit in total. So let's just test that quickly. If I say max of, what am I saying? This minus 41 and 0. That sums up to, no, that sums up to 189. So that interpretation is not correct. I might have to actually read the question. All right, let's do some translating. Specify Portuguese just to be safe. Only letters from the requested block. Sure. Only letters from the requested. Sure. It's this bit that I'm worried about. Of the remaining apartments after the crossing of the block and the reference. Okay, yes. Add only the cards whose value is necessarily okay. Whoops. All right. So let's just look at this one again. The ones that are less than the limit is just those, and that adds up to 87. Okay, cool. So now I get it. Now, how to do it efficiently is the next question. So I say if this equals A, if left this equals A, then XLOOKUP this in here, lock returning from here, lock. If the left is not A, then we're interested in a column or a final, whatever the heck that means. So then we're going to look it up in here, lock. And then if we're not in A at all, then we want the same thing. So sorry, close that if. So So this whole branch deals with if we're in A. Now, if we're in B, then if left of G60 equals A, then we're looking up a floor, so it's going to be X lookup G60 in here, lock returning from here, lock, and then otherwise we've got a final, in which case we want to look it up in the list of finals. Flexibility of X lookup to look in a row and return a column, or look in a column and return a row is quite helpful in this context. So let's just start by getting that. So that's going to spill horizontally, that's going to spill vertically, but that doesn't really matter. So then we're going to say let A be all that nonsense. Then we're going to say sum if A is less than limit, then A, otherwise 0. That gives 87. Cool. So I think we've got this one. Go put it in level 1. Okay. All right, level 2. In this question, various numbers separated by 2 types of delimiter. Okay. The objective of the question is to sum os algoritmos separados. Not totally sure what that says. No entanto a uma regra específica, mesmo número. The same number can be added more than once. I don't understand what's going on here. Let's go translate. I'm trying to, I speak a little bit of Spanish, so I'm trying to understand it for fun. But anyway, sum all the digits after separating them from the delimiters. However, there's a specific, the same number cannot be. Okay. So then I think this is easy if I'm understanding it right. We'll just say text split on 2 delimiters into rows. So one delimiter is pipe and the other delimiter is dash. That'll give me the list. Then I just want the unique of that. We can do 1 times to turn them into numbers, and then we should just be able to sum that. That sums to 1874, which is right. Good. Cool. All right, put that in. Any hints? Nope. Okay. Cool. Level 3. It's a desafio. I've come across that word before, but I don't remember what it means. We have to calculate points of. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. This challenge. This is about scoring plates. Okay. I remember there was something about odds and evens here. Let's see. The infraction points are calculated summifying all the digits present in the plates. Is that it? Is that a symbol? Para las plazas modelos antiguos. So for old models, we have to consider all the numbers. But for new models, ignore the 4th. Huh? What? Okay. No, but there's also a problem. Something about letters that can appear as Roman numerals. If a Roman numeral appears, it should be treated as numeric digits. So consider its value. What? Okay. I'm like semi-understanding, but I'm going to have to go with the old translate here again. All right, so the infraction score is calculated by adding up all the numerical digits, yes. For old models, all numerical digits. For the new model plates, we must consider all except the 4th numerical digit. Okay. However, there is a problem. In the spaces occupied by letters, Roman numerals may appear. Ah, got it. So how do we, because there's stars. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is if mid this 5, 1 equals star, then we're on the old model. Then I want left this 4. Otherwise, I want, I think, mid this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I only want the first 3 digits. That gives me GON. Oh, sorry, I'm mixing up number and letter. Sorry. So here then I'd be adding up all 5, the last 5. Okay, so not right. Letter and number. Right, so the last 5 of those. Otherwise, I want the first 3 and the last 3. So left this, comma 3, and right this, comma 3. Okay. Hang on, what? Oh, sorry, we're also supposed to be ignoring the 4. Wait, what's going on here? It's telling me to... I don't follow. The Roman numeral appears to be treated as a numerical digit, either to consider its value or to reassess the total number. Ah, okay. Fine. From 0 to 4 Roman numerals can appear on each plate, so to pay attention to the logic. Roman numerals may be considered individually. Okay, fine, got it. So now I think I'm going to want to regex extract from here, and what I want is /d or and then I want any of these. So let's say text join by pipe, which is the regex or all of this stuff. And I want all matches. And I would like it to spill down a row so that I can look at it. Sorry, down a column even, across a row. Okay, so we have 437, 1000, 535. Okay, so I think the easiest way to deal with this is just add sequence 9 here and also here. And then, sorry, let's make them text here. And then we're just going to XLOOKUP all that stuff in here. And I need to lock my references. Sloppy in here, returning from here. Okay, so now I've got my 437, 1000, 535. Because it's a new model, we disconsider it, ignore the 4th digit. Okay, so so we're going to say let digs be that. Old, let's call it is old, be mid this 5, 1 equals star. And let's just return is old so I can check this is working. Good. So then we're going to want sum of if sequence rows digits equals 4. And we have a new model. For old plates, all numerical digits must be considered for new model. So let's consider all, yes, over new model. So if it's 4 times, sorry, I really should have gone with is new. 4 times is new. So if it's new and it's the 4th digit, then 0, otherwise digs. And we sum that up, and that should work. And it gives 27, which agrees. So I think it's working. All right. Okay, on time so far, I think. Okay, for this level, we have to consult the inform map. Okay, I remember this. FMWC Brazil flag. Cool. In the map, we have a mix of cells with values and with cores específicas. What is cores? Oh, colors. Right, that makes sense. So they have a value and a color, right? Everyone related to a type of terrain. Got it. From the legend. Got it. Okay. The objective of the question is, starting from the reference given, some values in a 5x5 area, considering the reference like a cell inferior esquerda. Something about a square. I see there's a square being drawn here. Of the 25 cells represented in the 5x5 area, the sum should be cells of the same terrain. Okay. So I think we're saying we want to sum things that are the same color as the area we're given. I don't know, let's translate this bit just to be sure. However, the 25 cells represent only the cells of the same land and or the same number of the reference provided. Okay, interesting. So in example 4, right. Same land and or the same, okay. So looking at the 5x5 area, we have 4 cells that meet the requirements. 2 have the right kind of ground. Okay, so let's look at E17 for a second. Okay, yeah. So these colors here do not match. Okay, but wait, what? That doesn't look right. There's a 9 in the middle. Okay, I'm wondering if maybe something got changed along the way, but all right. So let's just translate to be a little more confident of what's going on here. Okay, so looking at the 5x5 area, where the reference is the bottom left cell. Okay, thank you, that makes more sense. So now it's this area, and now the colors do match, and everything makes sense. Okay, so we've got one other that's the same color, and 2 others that are the same value. Cool. Now my next question is, do any of these go to a place where they would be out of bounds? So if it's the bottom left cell, I want to know if any of them are in a row lower than 7. And the answer is no. And then I want to know if any of them are in a column. That's before X, which would be 24. Just to be sure. And the answer is no. Good. Okay, so I think it's probably better to. There's going to be val, and then another one for col. Slightly tempted to grab my macro, but let's do it the old-fashioned way. So we want to. Let's just see what these colors are. So I can't just find and replace on format because this cell with upper border and left border is a different format than this cell, a different format than this cell. So it got a little messy. Although actually the only ones with borders are on the outside, so maybe I can just do that. So let's format from cell. Boom. And let's replace it with, I don't know, Y. Yellow, sure. Okay. Then we'll replace all this guy with blue. I don't need anything here, so I'll just make that W. Then format from cell. This one. and we'll replace that with, I guess, let's see, I've used BYN, so we'll call that D for dark green. And then I can actually do a little trick here and just Control G, Alt S, constants text, and that should just give me, oh, sorry, no, wrong one. Should have done numbers. Control G, Alt S, constants, not text. Will give me all of those, and I'll call those G for green. Okay. So now, so I guess what I want to say is vowels be offset indirect, not index, indirect, val, exclamation mark, and this. So that points to the cell, then we offset from there. We want to go 4 rows up, 0 columns, and we want a height of 5 and a width of 5. And let's just show me vowels and make sure it matches that. 590888, yeah, it does, good, happy days. Then take calls, which will be the same thing except pointing at the color page. So call, color, and give me call. Oops, nope. Oh, sorry, give me calls. Gotta be consistent with your names, and that is green here and green here. Good, okay. So then I want, all right, fine. So I'll just say sum of if vowels equals index vowels row 5 column 1 times calls, all right, times calls equals index calls row 5 column 1. Then I'll just do 1 0 for now. Oh, sorry, get rid of the sum for a sec. No, that's not right. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, sorry. That plus that. So I want to say one or the other. Yes, good. So then we're going to say if those match, then I want vowels. So I'm adding a 5, a 9, a 9, and a 9. And then oh, wait, was this blank before? Did I screw that up? Anyway, it says it sums to 32, which it does. So I think that's good. So put the sum back in. All right. Okay, next, level 5. This is the last main level and then bonuses, so cool. For level 5, something about the challenge Dia Corona, which I just did a couple days ago. Haha. So this time, Mappa word. Seems to be saying use the map presented in the original challenge, but I don't see a map, so it's probably not what it's saying. Let's see. Translate that. Carpooling the challenge, but this, oh, without the map. Okay, that, right. Sem without, like sin in Spanish. Okay, got it. Tenemos como punto de referencia cell. Okay, so we have an initial cell as a reference, that's base. Then deberemos comparar siempre a célula base con cada uno. So we compare each of the references to the base in sequence. Okay. For each question, realice a cotación de cuantas. Okay, so we're interested in the row number, número de línea, no, line number, which I think is row number, mayor o igual, bigger or equal to the row number of base. Okay, so I think that's easy enough. And we want to know just how many of them? Yes. Okay. So first we'll text split this by comma space. Then we will indirect all of that nonsense, and that won't work, but I think we can, well, yeah, I think I can use my map single trick here. Yes, I can. But maybe I don't even need to map single. Maybe I can just say row. Will that work? Yes, 13, 16, 26. Yes, cool. So I want to know that greater than or equal to row of indirect of face. So over here. Sum minus. That gives me 3. So I don't know. Seems plausible. Let's see, we've got a 5 here. And if that means all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, not 10. Still at 9, still at 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, 5 is good. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I don't know. More likely I made a mistake doing this by hand. Let's try again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I counted that one the first time. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, good. I think that's working. Let's go do some bonuses. All right, the bonuses are a little more unnerving because there's not examples and all that good stuff. So what is the sum of values present in? Haha, I remember this one. Now. Okay, no, that's actually okay because I was worried that there was going to be an issue with do I have to count the headers or not, but the headers are all letters here. So F, M, W, and C. And we'll be proper and put in a reference. Okay. ¿Cuál valor da suma de todos los valores presentes del bloco A y del bloco B juntos que son mayores? So what's the sum of all the values between both blocks that are now los valores presentes en la planilla? I'm pretty sure it just means the numbers. The sum of all the values that are greater than or equal to 33. So that is just sum F classic. So we're going to sum these values where they're greater than or equal to. I think it said greater than or equal to, but let's check. Mayores, no, it said greater than. And that does change a little. Okay. Considering the references of cells presented in level 5, both the bases and the sequences, what is the cell reference that happens most often? A resposta deverá estar no formato de referencia. Oh, got it. So the response should be a relative reference. In other words, no dollar signs, I guess. And example 5 should not be considered. Okay, cool. So first I just want to get a list. So I'm going to text join by comma space all of these. Then I'm going to text split that on comma space. That's going to give me everything. And then I'm going to say let this be all add. Then we can group by add rows 0, 0, -2. So sort descending by the second column. Ooh, you didn't like that. Oh, right, because I didn't call it add, I called it all add. I think I could remember a variable name that I gave 15 seconds ago, but never mind. All right, so we do have a unique maximum, which gives me some confidence. So then we'll just say at to take the first value from that, and we'll grab all that, put it up here. Well, I'm being a little more relaxed than I would be if I was really competing, because otherwise I would have just grabbed that and put it straight into the platform. But anyway, seguindo as reglas, so following the rules, I guess, reglas is rules in Spanish, of level 2. For questions 21 to 40, what would be the biggest sum if we only sum the even numbers? I'm pretty sure pares is even, because I remember that one coming up. Like I said, my esports for Portuguese, my Portuguese for esports even is getting better. No, let's go with números pares, even numbers, that's what I thought. Now, there's a bit of a subtlety here, because you could say the rule, for example, about ignoring the fourth number would be different if you were only considering even numbers. But I think what it means is, of the numbers that we are considering, then disregard the ones that are not even. It's asking for the biggest sum. So, sorry, what level is this? This is here. Okay, so so I'm going to take all of this, and then I'm just going to multiply. So if that plus is even digs, then 0. So I'm going to say if it's the fourth number and it's a new plate, or if, sorry, is odd. So that dropped 20. Let's just see what digs looks like here. So we're dropping a 9 and a 7 and a 1 and a 3. Looks good. Okay. So the biggest one is 1656. But again, I'm being a little more relaxed. So let's go max. Wait. No. Wait, what? Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Totally the wrong one. Level 2. Supposed to apply even numbers. Ah, okay. Whoops. Well, same idea. Okay, so let nums be all that jazz, and I want some nums times is even nums. That's fine. And so the max of that is 1200. Okay. So finally, following the rules of level 3, what would be the sum of the infraction points that placas come so the ones that have 8 digits after verifying Roman numerals. Okay, pretty sure that's what it's asking. So take all that. Don't need all that nonsense. Then we're going to say if rows digs equals 8, then all that nonsense, otherwise 0. That strips out most of them, but I guess that's okay. I don't know. Let's just look at one of the ones that I'm accepting. So I've got 257, 752, so I got 6 there, plus X plus L. Seems to be fine. All right, let's just take it. So I'm just going to translate this. Actually, let's translate all of these just to be sure, since I have a little bit of time. Actually, I've got quite a bit of time. We're doing well. Okay. So what is the sum of the values present? That's fine. What is the value of the sum of all the values present in the N1 block spreadsheet and block A and block B together, which would create it in 33? Yes, yes. So what's the most frequent cell reference? Yes. Qualifier, yes. Following the rules of level 2, what would be the largest sum if we consider only even numbers? Yes. And then following the sum of the infraction score of the valid 8-digit license plate. I think that's right. All right. So let's go plug these in, and then I can tune into the live stream and see what's happening. Except that's way beyond my Portuguese, but never mind. Okay, so that, 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 and finally that. All right. I would say wish me luck, except it doesn't really matter. It's just my silly competitiveness. But that's all I got today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.